Marku, chapter 9. And he said to them, Amen, I say to you, there are some here of them that stand by, who shall certainly not taste of death, till they see the kingdom of the God come with power. And after 6 days Yeshua taketh with him Petro and Jacobo and Johanan, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his garments became glittering, exceeding white, so as no fuller on earth can whiten them. And there appeared to them Eliah with Moshe, and they were talking with Yeshua. And Petro answereth and saith to Yeshua, Rabbi, it is good for us to be here, and let us make 3 booths, one for thee, and one for Moshe, and one for Eliah. For he knew not what he should respond, for they became very afraid. And there came a cloud overshadowing them, and there came a voice out of the cloud,
This is my beloved Son, hear ye him.
And suddenly looking round about, they saw no one any more, except Yeshua only, with themselves. And as they were coming down from the mountain, he charged them that they should tell no man what things they had seen, except when the Son of the Man should have risen again out of dead ones. And they kept the saying, questioning among themselves what the rising again out of dead ones should mean. And they asked him, saying, How is it that the scribes say that Eliah must first come? And he said to them, Eliah indeed cometh first, and restoreth all things. And how is it written of the Son of the Man, that he should suffer many things, and be set at naught? But I say to you that Eliah is come, and they have also done to him whatsoever they would, even as it is written of him. And when they came to the disciples, they saw a great multitude about them, and scribes questioning with them. And immediately all the multitude, when they saw him, were greatly amazed, and running to him saluted him. And he asked them, What question ye with them? And one of the multitude responded to him, Teacher, I brought to thee my son, him having a mute spirit, and wheresoever it taketh him, it dasheth him down, and he foameth and squeaketh his teeth, and pineth away. And I spoke to thy disciples that they should cast it out, and they were not able. And he answereth them and saith, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I bear with you? Bring him to me. And they brought him to him, and when he saw him, immediately the spirit tore him grievously, and he fell on the ground, and wallowed, foaming. And he asked his father, How long time is it since this hath come to him? And he said, From childhood. And often it hath cast him both into the fire and into the waters, to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us, and help us. And Yeshua said to him, If thou canst, all things are possible to him that believeth. Immediately the father of the child cried out and said, I believe! Help thou my unbelief! And when Yeshua saw that a multitude came running together, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying to him, Thou mute and deaf spirit, I command thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And having cried out, and torn him much, he came out. And the boy became as one dead, insomuch that the more part said that he died. But Yeshua took him by the hand, and raised him up, and he arose. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, How is it that we could not cast it out? And he said to them, This kind can come out by nothing, except by prayer. And they went forth from thence, and passed through Galilee, and he would not that any man should know it. For he taught his disciples, and said to them, The Son of the Man is delivered up into the hands of men, and they shall kill him. And when he is killed, after 3 days he shall rise again. But they understood not the saying, and were afraid to ask him. And they came to Capernaum, and when he was in the house, he asked them, What were ye reasoning on the way? But they were being silent, for they had disputed one with another on the way, who was the greatest. And he sat down, and called the 12, and he saith to them, If any man would be first, he shall be last of all, and a server of all. And he took a little child, and set him in the midst of them, and taking him in his arms, he said to them, Whosoever shall receive one of such little children in my name, receiveth me, and whosoever receiveth me, receiveth not me, but him that sent me. Yohanan said to him, Teacher, we saw one casting out demons in thy name, and we forbade him, because he followed not us. But Yeshua said, Forbid him not, for there is no man who shall do a mighty work in my name, and be able quickly to speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is for us. For whosoever would give you a cup of water to drink, because ye are being of anointed, Amen, I say to you, he shall certainly not lose his reward. And whosoever shall cause one of these little ones that believe on me to stumble, it were better for him if a great millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were cast into the sea. And if thy hand cause thee to stumble, cut it off. It is good for thee to enter into life maimed, rather than, having thy 2 hands, to go into Gehenna hell, into the unquenchable fire. And if thy foot cause thee to stumble, cut it off. It is good for thee to enter into life halt, rather than having thy 2 feet to be cast into the Gehenna hell. And if thy eye cause thee to stumble, cast it out. It is good for thee to enter into the kingdom of the God with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into Gehenna hell, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. For every one shall be salted with fire. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its saltness, wherewith will ye season it? Have salt in yourselves, and be at peace one with another.